Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do your reading. It is a bonus read, Pisces. Just here to say thank you. Y'all have been just at it. You guys have been just giving me clicks and views, and I really appreciate it so much. And this next couple of days is going to be all about doing bonus reads just to say thank yous. So I appreciate you, Pisces, my water family. You are my two fishes friends, and I really do appreciate you. And let's find out what's going on. Let's find out what's going on for this bonus read. Pisces, don't forget, if you are still interested in a sale, the sale ends at midnight on the 20th, which is today as I throw these cards. So tonight, by midnight, if you're not booked in before midnight, the sale will be over. Let's find out what's going on. That's a personal read sale, by the way. Tell me about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And look, Mercury's in retrograde somewhere out there in the wild, so all bets are off. I'm just going to read what comes in, and if it's about X's, it is. I'm just going to say, don't hate the player, hate the game, friend. Let's find out what's going on. Pisces, we've got the Hermit energy. We've got the Seven of Cups, and we've got the Three of Swords. So it does feel like you are in some sort of feels like you have retreated into some sort of an emotional angst, I'm going to say. The Three of Swords is not giving me heartbreak energy, but it is giving me, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and I don't really want to break somebody's heart, but I don't know what to do. I feel like you're in some sort of emotional angst because it feels like you've got to make a decision. And I feel like it's hard for you to make a decision because you are water. It's too much emotion all at once. I feel like you have retreated. You're in the Hermit energy here, I feel, coming up soon. And it's to find light. It's to find an answer. Or to find some hope, or to find some healing. The Hermit energy, I feel like you just need to go in and look over a situation. We've got Virgo energy here. So I feel like mostly that you are being hard on yourself. But I also feel like you have to figure out an answer for something. And I feel like it's, instead of getting overly emotional and letting I'm seeing a Coke bottle, the top comes off and everything comes out. Instead of letting it all pour out the top, I think it's supposed to say, that I feel like you're supposed to go into this Hermit energy, figure it out, look over the details. The Hermit energy, of course, is a spiritual energy as well. So I feel like you're feeling spiritually overwhelmed at this time. So I feel like you're trying to figure out the right thing to do without breaking someone's heart, nonetheless your own. I feel like you're in some sort of an emotional rock and a hard place here, Pisces. We have the Justice card in the reverse. It feels like you think that no matter what your decision is, it's not going to be fair. And I think that's why the Seven of Cups is here. We do have the Five of Swords. And so it feels like you know that once you make your decision, which I think is going to be really hard for you to do because it is an emotional one, I feel like you almost think that somebody's going to plead for you to stay. Now, it feels like if you did stay, like you could stay at the job, at the relationship, in the friendship. You could stay there in the social group. Could be a soul tribe that you're in. You could stay there, but I feel like you could allow them to talk you into it, but I feel like you wouldn't be happy. It wouldn't be the authentic thing to do. You would get no justice. You would feel stuck there. It would be like you stuck yourself to, you said yes to something that you knew you should have said no to. Like it feels like that with Justice in reverse. Like you won't get any justice. And I feel like you're really in the Hermit energy because you don't want to hurt anybody, Pisces. You're not here to cut somebody with your swords. Tell me more. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like you're trying to be patient, look over the details. It feels like you're trying to be really practical. Something here, I feel like you're about ready. You probably have already have a different intention. And your intention is to do this in a very grounded and sort of solid and practical way. But I think that you know that when you give the person your answer and say, look, I'm not growing here, or It might be an employer. We've got pentacles here. You might hand in your resignation. Maybe you've done it before, but they're going to pull out every single stop that they can, even if they have to play on your emotions in order to get you to stay. But I feel like there is an intention for you to do something new, that you've been sort of in this reassessment stage of, I've been putting in a lot of work here and I don't feel satisfied with what I'm getting out of it, because the Justice card is in the reverse. So I feel like you have to make a decision. You're up in your head with the 8 swords. Hard for you to make a decision here, but you're trying to. But you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And you know that somebody's going to plead for you to stay. Tell me about the 7 of Cups. We've got the Hierophant in the reverse. So for some of you, this could be a marriage. This could be a commitment that you're in right now, and the commitment could be friendship. The commitment could, you told somebody that you would be their nanny, that you would babysit their children, that they could drop their kids off at your place anytime they wanted to, and now you've got to break the commitment because you're unhappy in the situation. And this person's going to beg and plead with you. Please, please don't leave me. So we've got the Magician here. And we've got the Knight of Cups. For some of you, this is a highly heart space, heartfelt sort of energy. You know that you need to walk away. 7 of Cups is here with the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is got their back to the Magician. I feel like you've been going round and round, and you know that the thing is that you know that you're capable. You know that you have the resources and the skills to do the job, to be the nanny, to be the best friend, to be in the social group, to be in the relationship. You know that you have everything that it takes to do that. But I really do feel like you've been manifesting more things for yourself. And I feel like with the 7 and the 1 cup in the hand of the Knight, that it feels like you've taken a long time to get here because the passive Knight is here. But the 8 cups tells me, I've just got to leave here. It's no longer serving me. I'm not happy here any longer. So I feel like you are somebody who is non-traditional. You have somebody who's trying to fit you into a traditional role. Like maybe you're a person who's not interested in getting married and somebody's getting really serious, and you've already told them at the beginning of the relationship, look, I have no interest in marriage. I'll stay in a relationship as long as you want to, and I will be in a relationship, like in one relationship. I'll work really hard, but I'm not interested in being married because the Hierophant's in the reverse. I feel like you're a non-traditional kind of person, and it feels like you are walking away from something because you know that you are worth more than whatever you're getting. Whether that might be maybe you're not being paid enough. Maybe you don't have enough emotional energy to keep up with whatever this is. Tell me about the 3 of Swords, please. We've got the 6 of Wands. Somebody wants to go home. This no longer feels like a place where I feel like home. The Page of Pentacles tells me that you need to be brave and make the decision that works for you. 6 and 1 is 7. You need to stand up for yourself and be brave to stand up for yourself and take the Page of Pentacles face head on. In the Pentacle world, no leaving notes, no just leaving and ghosting, and I feel like you need to do it face to face. The Page of Pentacles tells me it's materializing in the 3D. I feel like it's coming up soon. It feels like there's another opportunity elsewhere, and that more fits in. It feels like a situation or a job. It feels like there's some sort of offer that has come up, or maybe there's an opening somewhere else where it's like an entry-level position. But I feel like you're just really not happy where you are right now. So it's time for you to do that. It's time for you to move forward. And I think that it's going to break you as much as it's going to break them. I think it's going to break your heart to leave, because I feel like if this is a job, it's a place you've been there for probably 7 or 8 years. But I think you've outgrown the space. I feel like you do want some sort of happiness, success, victory. And this place no longer feels like home. We've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse. No, you're not happy there anymore. It doesn't feel like fulfillment to you. And the Queen of Swords is I finally have to be honest with myself that there's got to be more out there for me that gives me far more stability than what I've got in my life right now. The Queen of Swords is making hard decisions, but is also being very blatantly and truthfully honest in order to get balance in my life. This is Libra. This is Libra. I know that if I speak out loud and I finally say what's truthful and honest, whether it hurts feelings or not, it's going to give me balance, and I'm going to be able to move into the future bravely to the next thing. And so I feel like you sit here with it for a while. The Eight of Swords tells me that you've been sitting here with it for a while, worrying about hurting other people. Got the Strength, we've got the King of Wands and the Wheel. I feel like there's just no way you can't go, because things are about to change and you're off to pursue the passions of your life. I feel like you've been held back long enough and put in a lot of work into something that you're not getting any justice in. So I feel like this Hermit energy is you sort of thinking about what you do next. We have the Death card, the Nine of Wands. I need to get out of this place where all I do is live day to day in resiliency. I just barely get through day by day. I just need to drop it. I feel under pressure. This is now an obligation for you. You feel obligated to stay in the relationship, the marriage, the job. You feel obligated now. This is like Groundhog Day, and it's no longer fun. So I feel like the Death card being here tells me that you just really need to transform your life, or just end this. You need to end the pressure that you're under, and the unhappiness that it's bringing. It feels like the Wheel of Fortune is here to take you into a more fortunate time where you're going to be able to feel passion again, be excited, and go after the passions of your heart, because I feel like your life is expanding, and there is somebody here who doesn't want to grow with you, or who can't grow with you, whether it's a person or a job. I feel like you've put in all the work that you could put in. Maybe it's a Leo or an Aries or a Sagittarius or a Scorpio. Maybe it's a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, maybe a Virgo. But it feels like, or Taurus, it feels like you've got to be a little more flexible in your life with the way things are going here. And it's time for you to stop holding back and to chase your passions. And the Wheel of Fortune agrees. The Wheel of Fortune is here saying, look, something's got to change. If you want to live the life that you're actually here to live instead of living for everybody else, you've really got to change your mind, change your direction, right? The Wheel of Fortune is here with the Queen of Swords as well. Change your mind, change your direction, decide on your passion. Tell me what the outcome is here. What are you going to do? What's your advice? What's your advice, Pisces? We've got the Four of Swords, we've got the Ten of Cups, and we've got the King of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you are making the decision that will give you the most stability in your life. It feels like there is more money to be made somewhere else. You might have to start at an entry level position somewhere, but I feel like it escalates really quickly to the King of Pentacles. I feel like there's more of an opportunity, or the opportunity grows super quick. You might actually be in the vice president position when you go to the next place, but you're actually president material. Maybe you're an actuary, or you're a financial advisor, or an accountant, and they need someone, like maybe you're an accountant and this other place needs an actuary, like to take care of a huge corporation, but you're going to start sort of shadowing somebody. Do you know what I mean? It goes from the Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So I feel like your happiness grows really quickly. Your money grows really quickly, but it's going to take, it's going to take you pulling back your energy, making decisions that are hard for you. It feels like it's going to heal you emotionally, and it's going to heal you financially, but you've got to make a decision. Look, the King of Swords is going to make it under logic. Going to make it under reason. I'm going to make a decision based on the facts that I have, and the facts are you are going to flourish somewhere else, and right now you're not happy where you are. So it's time to detach and give somebody the news. I feel like you have to say it, and I feel like you're going to do it soon, because the Page of Wands is brave, does something, throws the wand in the air. I got to go to the next place. I feel like no matter what way you say it to them, they're gonna overreact. They're gonna be upset. It feels like, because the pages, they're children, right? They're essentially, they're kids. They're what's the word I'm looking for? They're not yet grown, and so they might deal with things and boom, like that. Don't forget Mercury's retrograding in Leo. So it feels like somebody's going to make it bigger than it is. You're going to try and be logical and give them clarity by telling them why you have to go. And I feel like the truth of the matter is that this place has become stagnant for you emotionally. And it's just time to move on to the next thing, because the Wheel of Fortune won't allow you to stay here anymore. You can't fight the wheel. We are in the year of 9. We're at the edge of everything that's got to change in order to put you on the path, on the beginning of the next path, which is 10, right? Yeah, which is 10. So it feels like you've got to go to the next path or the next cycle. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you oh so much. Pisces, take care of yourself. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back with a lot more bonus reads. Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.